Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Messages from Heaven podcast with me, Medium Bonnie Page. I hope you're all having a beautiful day wherever you are in the universe. Today, we are going to be talking about the full moon, its effects, how it affects you. There's some traditions there, some crystals, some setting intentions, all good stuff, rituals that you can do. So stay tuned to the end because I'm going to give you full moon ceremonies that you can do during a full moon. So, how many full moons are there? Doesn't there always seem like, oh, there's a full moon tonight? Actually, there's one almost every month, like 29.5 days there is a full moon. Now, every 2 or 3 years, there's some little extra magic thrown in there with something called a blue moon. So be on the lookout for that. That's just a little extra magic there. So what happens during a full moon? Let's talk about what happens and why during a full moon. So, the full moon has a lot of energy, and it has been known to influence and affect people's energy, right? You guys know out there, oh man, there's a full moon and energies are running high. But why? Why would that be? Well, many people find themselves feeling more energetic and emotionally charged during this time. So it has to do with this surge in energy, and it might have to do with the moon's gravitational pull, okay, which affects the Earth's tides, right? Which in turn affects the water in our body. So what happens with that? It's kind of like this pull, right? Affects the water in our bodies. So some people notice during a full moon that their intuition is turned up and turned high. Their creativity is turned up. And there's also that feeling of a little bit of restlessness. So, have you ever felt like that? Has your intuition got higher? Have you felt more creative, like you need to make something or decorate a room? Or is there that restlessness of what am I supposed to be doing that I'm not, but I feel like I should be doing, right? This all comes with the feeling of the full moon. And did you know that a full moon doesn't affect you just that night? It can affect you for a few days as it's coming in and a few days as it's leaving. So if you're like me and even a couple days before full moon, you're like, oh, why am I feeling this restlessness? Or maybe I'm a little more creative. I hope I'm always creative, but you can get a little surge from the full moon. So if this makes sense to you, let me know in the comments. Have you felt the effects of a full moon before? Do you notice when it's coming, or are you starting to feel a little restless and then you're like, oh, there's a full moon tomorrow night? Let me know. Let me know because I am interested. So let's talk about what you can do during a full moon. We're going to bring up the ceremonies next, but how about how good the full moon is for your crystals? Now, me, I'm a crystal girl. I have crystals all over the place. I use them when I work. I use them while I'm doing readings. I might hold one to make the energy stronger. What does the full moon do to your crystals? Well, the full moon can actually recharge your crystals. It can clear any yucky stuff, that any energy, any yucky vibes that have clung on to your crystals. it's just a time to renew your crystals, give them back that extra sparkle, right? So you can take your crystals and put them out on a table and outside and let the full moon just wash over them. If for some reason, maybe it's winter time and you don't want to go outside and leave your crystals outside, you can actually put them on the windowsill as long as the moon's rays can meet your crystals. They are being recharged, renewed from that beautiful light of the full moon. It's also a good time to, while there's a full moon, to take a crystal in your hand and set your intentions, focusing on what you would like to achieve next. So there is a little magic there. Hold that crystal, close your eyes, and think about what you'd like to achieve next. Give it a try. It can't help. Setting intentions is a way to let the universe help you. So don't forget that we always want to set intentions. It's almost like writing down your intentions, making a focus board. Set your intentions. It really works. And with the extra power of crystals, it can be magic. So let's talk about something fun that you can do with the full moon. And that's full moon ceremonies. So that sounds a little woo-woo-y to some of you, but that full moon's giving you that extra wonderful burst of energy that it's just bringing us to fruition of where we want to be when we set these intentions as well. So what does that mean? How about when there's a full moon, we do a full moon meditation? Now, you could find a quiet spot to do this in. You can do it alone or with a group of friends. A circle of friends always brings in more energy. So that's why a lot of people offer full moon meditations, like at their metaphysical centers. Setting your intentions during a meditation. We just talked about setting your intentions. So you're going to do a meditation. You're going to calm your mind. You're going to set your intention for the meditation. And you can either do that inside, right? Finding that quiet spot, or you could actually, if the weather's okay, you could actually go outside, sit in a chair, and let that full moon just wash over you. And just imagine letting go of any negative energies and welcoming in those positive intentions that you have made. So that going outside and sitting under the full moon, some people call that moon bathing. So it's just like getting renewed under the moon. There's nothing like letting this light wash over you and rejuvenating your body and your mind. It's just kind of centering and grounding you. And remember, you can be holding a crystal out there, right? Crystal's getting charged, you're getting charged. And it's just cleansing, recharging, all done with something natural from nature. The other thing that you could do for a little ceremony when there's a full moon is go into a quiet room like I do sometimes and write in a journal. Write in a journal. See what comes. Write down, whatever you would like to release from your heart, from your mind. And Write down everything you want to release and everything that you want to bring in. So what do you want in your life? Journaling is a great way to do automatic writing as well, letting spirit talk through you and your hand moving. So take the opportunity of the full moon to sit and journal. And there is a cool little ceremony that you can do as well. So write down, it's called ritual fire. Ritual fire. Write down any negative thoughts or habits that you want to let go of. Maybe you eat sweets and you don't want to anymore. Write it down. I don't want to be addicted to frosting anymore, which is my addiction. That's why I'm telling you about it. But write it down. This is what I want to release. Then you take that paper and you just burn it. You can burn it outside or burn it in a shell like we do with sage. So you write it down, set it on fire and burn it. And you're just sending it away. You're making a transformation. Release and transformation. Ask for anything you want to let go just to be taken away. I hope some of these ideas are something that you'll actually remember next month when there's a full moon. Bring this podcast back up and ask yourself, what did Bonnie say? I want to do one or two of those ceremonies. I want to cleanse my crystals. I want to take away negative vibes. I want to bring in good intentions. The full moon is a wonderful opportunity to connect with the natural rhythms of the universe and embrace personal growth. Whatever you take part in the formal ceremonies or simply enjoying a quiet moment of reflection, the full moon can help you find greater self-awareness and peace. So I hope you have enjoyed this information about, wow, there's a full moon. It's going to happen once a month. Let's take advantage of this beautiful energy that's coming down from the heavens for us. I hope that you will do that. And I asked you if you're enjoying these podcasts that I just started, if you could subscribe and leave me a comment. I love, love, love comments. Even a little comment, I get up and I read them and I love them. And I hope this podcast is just giving you a little more insight into living a spiritual life, an all natural spiritual life. Nothing too woo-woo-y out there. Just living in peacefulness with the universe and how we can use energy as a tool. So I want to thank you all for enjoying. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I look forward to seeing you on the next podcast. And everyone have a blessed, happy, healing day. Thank you, everyone.